Hi everyone, and welcome to Action Photography. Recently on internet we have seen many reviews about a new tripod from Big Design, a travel tripod. Now, in this series of episodes I will answer some questions about what is a tripod, what is the main purpose of having a tripod, and what do you want from your tripod. Today and now we will talk about my travel tripod. Actually I have two of them. This one, that is a Chinese one, a bomb photo. So, as you can see, it's very compact when it comes to travel. Why? Because all the legs can be totally folded, and once you do that, the volume, and once you do that, this thing is very compact. See that? And it helps to put it, I don't know, the side of your backpack, or if you have a big luggage. But if you have a big luggage, of course you can take a standard tripod. Now, what is important for a travel tripod is obviously the fact that it has to be light. This thing, as you can see, is in carbon fiber. It's made out of carbon fiber, and I can tell you that it's very light. So I have bought this thing now almost 2 years ago, and I can tell you that is accompanying me in every of my travel now. Why? Mainly because my main tripod is an Altapo, a Vanguard, and I love this. I love this my tripod, my Vanguard tripod, but it's very heavy. It's very high. Okay. Now this thing, that is very funny because this thing, as you can see, it's Chinese, it's a bon photo, okay. I think it's BC, it's written here. B674C in carbon. So this thing, I bought this on Amazon for about around, just above around $100, 100 euro. So I can tell you that this is a very low price. More than fair price, low price. Now, why would you want a tripod? Because I see all these episodes and reviews of the Big Design travel tripod, and none of them I explain you if you need or if you want a tripod. Actually, do you need or do you want a tripod? Why would you want a tripod? And what do you want from a tripod? So first off, I didn't start photography with a tripod. No. I started in 2012 now. And my first tripod, that is called the Vanguard, and I bought it mid-2013, I think, or something like that. Why? Because I have always been mainly in HDR photography, and nowadays I do more like DRI, so blend photography, blend images, blend exposures. So, for me, even without a tripod, it worked pretty well, but when you are in a church and you want to do that, first of all, the church doesn't have much light, okay? So with my camera that was at this period of time, I was using an entry-level camera, my first APS-C entry-level camera, which already had the possibility to shoot bracketing in continuous autofocus and continuous shooting. So yeah, it worked pretty well, but now since I have bought my first tripod, I can tell you that the difference is there is absolutely no comparison. You don't have to go higher in ISO, so or the shooting with larger aperture, so it's helping a lot. Yes. Now, as I said, in 2017 or 2016, I have bought this thing, the bomb photo, okay, because the Vanguard, even if it's crazy, amazing, whatever you want, I have to say that I love the fact that it can be put in absolutely any configuration and any position. I personally use my Vanguard in churches because when it comes to shoot any roof, there is not a single tripod that can compare with this. Nothing can compete with it, nothing. So now, when it comes to travel, when I decided to take the bomb photo is because Mainly while traveling, the Vanguard is too heavy. I have to say it's very, very heavy. You can have this type of tripod and heavy tripod, and moreover it's in aluminium. So if you have a car, I mean, if I take my car and I go nearby or any place with my car, I can put it in the truck. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. But when it comes to take a flight, as soon as I have to take a flight, if I take the Vanguard, it will end up in my in the trunk of the flight, in the trunk of the plane. So if I don't have any luggage to do that, I'm screwed. So I have decided to go with this thing because what I wanted, obviously, is something light. So this thing is in carbon, it's very, very light. I wanted something very, very compact. As you can see, as soon in this position, is ready to be used. Okay, now if I put it in the configuration to travel, look at that. Very compact. You even have the ball head, you have everything. Okay. So yes, this thing was checking all the marks. Moreover, this leg, that's a monopod. This thing is a monopod, and when I say it's a monopod, I can tell you that it's hard. You see that? It's a monopod. It's more than enough. For travel, it's more than enough. Now, another thing that is important when it comes to tripod, whatever the tripod is the number of legs. Why? Because the main purpose of the tripod is obviously to have your camera and your images totally still. Okay, totally still. I mean, nothing has to move. And this thing is sturdy, is steady, and moreover, it has all the things, anything you want from the tripod to help. So you have the hanger here if you want to put your backpack. Okay? That way, you will be able to add some weight and, you see, to make the thing more steady. But yeah, what I find amazing and crazy is that this thing, it has the 3 legs. Okay, look at that. They are 3. And what I like is compared to my Vanguard is using this, you know, the system of clips. Okay, and this system, the problem that can happen is that either the screw that are fixing the plasticky part of the clip is getting untight, so you have to tighten it a bit. No big deal. But if it has never happened to me, but apparently it can happen that the plastic of the clip itself at the level of the screw can be broken. And if this happens, obviously your tripod is useless because one of the legs is no more usable. So I will deploy the tripod now and I will show you what the height of this thing is. And I can tell you that it is more than enough for anybody. I am 1 meter 93. And this thing, without the central column, is already here. I didn't tighten this thing right. Okay. So it's good. So now I'm 1 meter 93. I will go the background so that you can see that. Okay. Now if I use the central column that I never use, actually I never do that. But it's almost at my size. You can add the camera and that's it. So personally, I only use this thing like that. Any of my tripod, I use it like that because the more you do that, the more wobbling you get, the less steady you are. The interest is not very good. But yeah, I think that for the price, 100 bucks, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. This thing is just crazy. You have the tripod, the ball head. What do you want? You have a monopod. That is an extra. Okay. You have the monopod. So the ball head itself, as you can see, it has the level bubble. Okay. It has level bubbles here. And actually, obviously, I don't need that anymore because my Sony cameras, they have the level electronic. Okay, horizontal level electronic, but you never know. It has obviously the panning because I also do some panorama. I don't know for you, but myself I do some panorama, and I can tell you that if you don't have this, I don't even see the interest of having a tripod. I mean, if you can't use your tripod to do some panoramics, I don't see the point, but whatever. Depends on any one of us, no? So yes, you got this for $100 on Amazon or eBay. I'm not making any publicity because as you can see I didn't put any link with any discounts or whatever. It's just that I wanted to tell you guys, I have seen so many reviews of the Peak Design tripod that I was obliged to do this review, okay? At least to give you my feedback after 2 years of using this thing, or 2 years or more now, I don't remember exactly. And I can tell you that it's more than positive. More than positive. Why? Because, first of all, if you have more than 3 legs, that is true for any tripod, but if you got more than 3 sections, okay, 3 sections of leg for your leg, what will happen? Most of the time, the last one here, that is the thinnest, no? Yeah, that is where is the weakest. So most of the time you want to use your tripod like this. The first one, the second one, and this one in any tripod. But if you have to extend maximum, I'd say that 3 legs is the maximum you should go. If you go anything further, like 4 or 5 legs, whatever, it will be so thin that any vibrations, anything that is in the floor, okay, any vibration, wobbling or whatever, it will be seen on the picture, killing all the interest of having a tripod. Now, I have seen that the Peak Design they have added, what they have added is here, an option here to get something to use here. If you use your mobile phone on the tripod, okay, I'm not a mobile phone shooter. I guess that anybody that is in mobile phone shooting won't pay $600 for a tripod. For me, it makes sense. So yes, that's an interesting option. And no, that's a non-useful option. That's a useless option. And obviously that's also the hanger, which is a very major plus for anyone using tripod. Unfortunately, the Peak Design doesn't have this option. That is to, if you are at the light and you just want a monopod, you let your tripod at the hotel room, you take your monopod, you put the head, and you're good to go. You see? Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do that. Alors, est-ce que ça me sent? Yeah, he's coming. He's coming, and he is here. Okay, so here we go. I get the ball head. That's it. Here it is. Just put it here, and you're all set. You have a perfect monopod. Got it. Easy, easy. Monopod. Easy, easy. See that? So guys, here is my feedback about the Bonfoto tripod, travel tripod in carbon. That is the B674C. And I assume that for $100, there is no concurrence, nothing that can compete with that. The Peak Design is interesting, but at $600, I don't even understand how come they could have the idea to do that. Whatever. So I will make another episode about my Vanguard. My Vanguard is just a preview like that. I bought it so in 2013 for around 160 euros. And yes, it's a very good tripod. And we will see that in another episode. Another episode also, it will be about a new travel tripod that I bought, and I'm using it right now with this camera after this one. I suppose last year I think I bought it. It's the Gorilla Pod. But of course the Gorilla Pod it's a tripod, yeah, but you are very limited with it. Still, it has its advantages, and we will see why. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope it has enlightened you about what is the real interest of a tripod, and do you really need or not a tripod. And yeah, if you want to see the rest of the episode, stay tuned. Ciao, thank you for watching.